the economic top 1% of the population now owns over 70% of all the financial assets, and this is an all-time record. Unless you're in that top 1% of the ruling capitalist elite, you're in the other 99%. It's time for us to come out into the streets, make our presence known, make our voices heard, so that we can no longer be ignored, so that our elected officials can get the message that we are not going along with this corporatist agenda. But more importantly, I believe, to open up a space, to create a space where communities can come forward and begin to emerge a direct democracy process. The groups that are coming forward don't necessarily have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I've got ideas. I'm sure you have ideas. And it's time for us to get together and talk about the problems and what the solutions might be. To send a message to the corporate elite, the capitalist elite, that we are not going to go along with this corporatocracy anymore, that we do not support it, and more importantly, for our communities to organize. We don't have to wait until elected politicians give us permission to organize our communities. We can start to do that now. We have people in this community who have skills, who are natural-born leaders, who are already doing great work in our community, and this is creating the open space for that leadership to step forward for the benefit of our community. Instead of waiting for one person to solve all the problems for us, we can come together and create this space together.
Of the land that it took from the people that were the original caretakers of this land, but also brought minorities over here and enslaved them, broke their backs, and made them commodities. So we all know, if we listen to political theory, that this was not going to work. You want to talk about Occupy America? We live down here. Honor our treaties. And not only that, get your toxic, polluted shit off of our homelands. So we can look at how far we've come. We still got a long way to go. So you want to talk about Occupy America? Bring indigenous people to the table and have them be equal politically and in all ways.
We are the 99%. No longer be silent! When you feel a cry for revolution, turn the volume in your soul up to 11. That will trip the switch that electrifies your heart, that binds us together in solidarity. The 99% are not communists, socialists, anarchists, hippies, Republicans, or Democrats. The corporations have corrupted the mind, have turned the concept of what we need into a symbol of greed. And lest we forget our humanity, let the presence and completeness of now teach us how to be free, and let us beg the question, what if we had to change all that we've seen, everything that's been sold to us on movie screens? How would it make you feel when you discover the people creating the services you solicit can barely afford to have their own meals?
I am from Amsterdam, from Europe, all over Europe. There are protests in Spain, it's called the Indignados, in France, in Portugal, in Greece.
And the attitude and the spirit of just us has too long prevailed in this country. I stand before you and I invite you to stand with me in contempt of the Supreme Court of the United States. You must not consider corporations to have the same rights as people.
Amen.
Be free of Wall Street greed, because jobs and schools are what we need. Let's be free of Wall Street greed, because jobs and schools are what we need.
Our money is going for the military-industrial complex, and we will not stand for it anymore. I'm saying take action. What that means is we speak to people to wake them up, and not in a hostile way, not in a way that I'm right and you're wrong. It's more of, let's wake up, people. You're involved too. We're in this together.
Does this prison-industrial complex benefit
Our budget is lopsided. We have to have labor concession stands to make budgets while we sacrifice library closures, no youth service programming, no community park access, and bad policing. There should be some good community policing and held accountability. Just because I'm dressed like this doesn't mean I should be locked away for 20 years.
The homeless people, look in their faces, because some of them have only been out there 1 day or 2 days. Some of them have been out there a lot. Please, thank you.
The system must protect our rights. And upon corruption of that system, it is up to the individuals to protect their own rights. That a democratic government derives its just power from the people.
Yeah.
But corporations do not seek consent to extract wealth from the people and the earth, and that no true democracy is attainable when the process is determined by economic power. We come to you at a time when corporations which place profits over people, self-interest over justice, and oppression over equality run our governments. We have peaceably assembled here, as is our right, to let these facts be known.